Tarantulas. These robust arachnids are easily some of the most recognizable and iconic spiders on Earth. Although not true spiders like orb weavers or widows, these animals belong to an ancient spider lineage known as the megalomorphs, along with trapdoor spiders and funnel webs. While their size may be intimidating, tarantulas in the New World generally have a calmer demeanor and aren't as interested in biting. But that is not always the case. My name is Jack, and I travel all over the globe to find some of the strangest and most dangerous animals alive. Why? To see if what we think about these animals is actually accurate. Are the dangerous or creepy animals of this planet really how we picture them in our heads? Or are we missing the bigger picture? Join me today as I set out on a journey in a small region in southern Arizona as I search for one of the rarest tarantulas in the US, the Madera Canyon tarantula. These arachnids can only be found in specific places in the Sky Islands, and I'm hoping to find an attractive male on the prowl for females as we move into mating season. Are these spiders truly something to worry about, or are they something else entirely? Let's get searching, and hopefully we can get the answer to our questions. So essentially, folks, what I'm doing as I search for these males is I'm just kind of searching these kinds of nice little sloping hills, all these kind of pockets and rocks, because these animals, they're sniffing out those females that are underneath all these rocks and in these crevices and things. So it should be easy. At this time of year, this is right when those tarantulas are bow chicka wow wow, creating more of those tarantulas. So I'm hoping that we've timed it right. We're starting to move into kind of evening hours, so it's getting a little bit cooler. The sun's starting to slope a little bit of a more angled position in the sky. So hopefully these tarantulas are going to come out in full force to see if they've got any special sugar to lay on these females, right? Hopefully I can catch one, not necessarily in the act, but on the way to his girl's house, so to speak. So we're going to keep our eyes peeled, and I think that's a pretty good strategy for finding one of these beautiful Madera Canyon tarantulas. Male tarantulas do not live long after fully maturing. This means every year you only have a short window to find these spiders before they've either mated or died. The males sport a beautiful contrast of colors, which is why I'm targeting them specifically today. These are decently sized spiders, not the largest of Phaunopelma, but a species I should be able to see from quite far away. After searching tirelessly on rocky terrain, I spotted a giant black blob and moved in to take a closer look. Oh my gosh! Okay, I'm pretty sure, yes, I am positive. That's exactly what I was hoping to find. I want to get my container ready before this animal has a chance to escape. Right now on my eye line, I have a pretty appropriately sized Phaunopelma madera, the Madera Canyon tarantula. Oh my gosh. All right. Take a look. I sneak up, maybe you folks can see him. Check him out, he's right there. I can tell this is a male because he's out wandering. He's also got really long pedipalps. But this is what I wanted to find. Look how beautiful that tarantula is. Kind of a black head, encephalothorax, and a nice kind of orange rump. These are easily, hands down, some of the most gorgeous tarantulas you can find here in the US. Let's see if I can catch it. Easy peasy. Oh yeah! But I've got this fantastic male Phaunopelma madera out here on my hand, and take a look at this spider. Wow! Now, funny enough, unlike many other times I'd gone out targeting tarantulas, this time I was specifically looking for males. Now, why might that be the case? Well, as you can see, this animal is gorgeous. And sadly, the females are much more typical of a faunopelma looking. So they're kind of more brown, a little more kind of that dark color that the males sport, but the males are truly unmatched in their beauty. That fantastic black cephalothorax, those black legs, and that wonderful orange tufted abdomen is just hard to beat. These are absolutely spectacularly beautiful spiders. And as you can see, not aggressive in the slightest. Sort of jerked a little bit when I got it into the container, but other than that, this animal has not shown any type of defensive behavior at all, which is really, really nice. Once again, just showcasing how timid a lot of these New World tarantulas can be. This is not an animal that wants to harm me or hurt me. He's got one mission on his mind right now. And that is to, you know, bow, 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 bow. Wow. You know what I'm saying? He's out on the prowl, so to speak, for some tarantula booty. He is looking to mate. That is his sole purpose once he gets to this stage. These mature males, they only last for a few months and they're good for only one thing. And that is to pass on their genetic material to a female so that she may create even more of these fantastic spiders. So he's on an important mission, a very important mission to procreate, to keep this lovely Madera Canyon area populated with these spectacularly gorgeous tarantulas. Now, the males of this species actually proved to be a bit more defensive than I was expecting. This one here that we were filming actually threw itself into a threat display multiple times while I was getting footage of it. Now, this might look similar to the iconic threat display of the Sydney funnel web spider, again showing that shared lineage as megalomorphs. They bear those large front fangs and flash that reddish patch of hair to frighten and intimidate predators. Always such a cool thing to witness and experience. No doubt he'd deliver a warning bite if I got too close. So, would you guys like to see it on my face? I think you would. I think it'd be kind of cool. Madera Canyon tarantula. Oh, he didn't like that. He said, ooh, he's kind of ugly. That guy, I'm not a fan. Wow. Despite the males only living for a few months after maturing, adult females can live well over 5 years on average, sometimes even much longer. Female tarantulas are of critical importance to their species as a whole, as they are pretty much the sole source for more tarantulas. Once they mate with a male, a large female could produce well over 100 babies, and she can sometimes do this multiple times a year. Female tarantulas stick to the safety of their burrows, and they do not wander nearly on the same level as the males. Because of this, they're able to grow a good bit larger and stouter, giving them more room to store the next generation of spiderlings. Many invertebrates prioritize females in this way, with males being mostly good for just breeding, and females being crucial for everything else. Well, he wasn't a huge fan of crawling on my face, but check out this amazing spider. So these animals are large, and other than these kind of adult mature males that are out looking to mate, they are fairly sedentary spiders. So the females of the area are probably safely nestled under rocks and in burrows, and that's where they're spending the vast majority of their time. And these females can live for years and years and years and years. It's not at all uncommon for these wild tarantulas to live anywhere from 3 to maybe even 10 years of age. So these males, sadly, they get the short end of the stick. That wasn't a euphemism, but they get the short end of the stick because they only really exist after they reach adulthood for a few months, and that's only to reproduce, which sadly, you know, I guess for the males it might be a little bit rewarding at the end, but a lot of them don't make it because they have to come out and wander, look for the females who are safe in their burrows. So a lot of these males become lunch for birds,
for large lizards, for really anything else, tarantula hawks, anything else that can find these fantastic little spiders and make a quick and easy lunch.
So, how exactly aggressive or even defensive are these wild tarantulas? Well, although this male did exhibit some defensive threat displays, he really was mostly bark, no bite. That's right, folks. Even these giant, intimidating tarantulas that are doing their best to survive in their last few months of life so they can reproduce still aren't bloodthirsty monsters out for blood. There's no reason to fear these fantastic animals, and we can enjoy them as they venture out on their last exodus to find females in order to continue their fantastic species. No reason to be afraid of these animals, folks. They are just beautiful creatures doing their best to survive and doing their best to proliferate, procreate, and create more fantastic tarantulas to continue playing their role in their respective ecosystems.
Well, I think we're going to let our lovely male tarantula get along his way. He's got a lot of important, we'll say, work to do out here in the fantastic wilderness of Arizona. So thanks so much, little friend. A little kiss to the leg. And we're going to let him right back down here. And there he goes. Too cool, folks. Well, thanks so much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed learning about the fantastic little tarantula here. But that's all I've really got for you today. So I hope you enjoyed learning about the tarantula with me. But if you didn't learn anything, I hope I can at least leave you with this. This planet is full of some spectacular animals. Some wonderful creepy crawlies, maybe some scary stuff, maybe even some dangerously venomous stuff. But this stuff isn't here to hurt us. It's here to serve an important role in its respective ecosystem. So it's important that we can respect and appreciate these animals for what they are and what they do in our natural environments. So thanks so much for tuning in. I hope I was able to teach you something cool about these fantastic tarantulas. And I hope that I'm able to see you next week with the next upload. So until then, take care of yourselves. And I will see you next time.